Welcome back, friends. Today is going to be a video on organizing and cleaning my kiddos' toy area. In today's video, I'm going to just simply show you how I sanitize the most touched areas within my kids' toys. In this case, I am sanitizing my kids' table, which is a highly used item. Every single day we're on this table. We eat on this table, we play on this table, Play-Doh, we color, we just do everything on here, or the kids do everything on here rather. And what I'm using to sanitize it is just water and vinegar. So what I do is in a spray bottle, I put in 2 parts water and 1 part vinegar, and that is pretty much how I like to sanitize all of the surface areas around the house, especially toys, because it doesn't have a scent and it doesn't have any harsh or harmful chemicals that I'd be concerned about my kids touching those areas after they've been wiped and then them putting their hands in their mouth, because let's face it, toddlers do that all the time. Those of you who are new here, I would like to introduce myself. My name is Leslie. I am a mom of 2 kiddos, a boy and a girl, Sophia and Lucas, and they are toddlers or toddler age. And I create day in the life videos, like pretty much day in the life of a mom of 2. I also create plant content. I do grocery hauls and review the ingredients, specifically those of processed foods, as well as also do Costco shop with me. So if any of these topics interest you, definitely consider subscribing. It is going to definitely help my channel, and it is completely free to you. Another thing I want to mention here really quickly before we continue to talk about the video is that this video in particular was recorded about a month ago, and it was going to be part of just a clean with me, whole house clean with me video, but I realized it would be too long. And the reason why I'm saying this was recorded about a month ago is because you might see me do a lot of sudden moves and be quote unquote very flexible. This was before an incident that I had a couple of weeks ago, which pretty much has injured my back a little bit, and honestly I've been in a lot of pain since, and I've just not been as flexible or able to remain seated or just in any one position for too long without being in too much pain and having to take a lot of Tylenol and things like that. So I just wanted to quickly mention that, but let's just really focus on the video here. So I allowed this area here to get really bad, and this is really an honest thing that I'm saying, because usually every night before or after the kids go to bed, I usually come back here and just organize just a tad this area. And the reason why I do that is because I really believe that the kids can play better and get more out of their play if this area is organized. The way that I'm displaying some of the toys, it's really resembles something that is really popular right now, which is what is called Montessori style. Montessori is used to be a psychologist specializing in child development, Maria Montessori, and she is one of the theorists that really put together all of the child and cognitive development. She has become her theory and her way of doing things really has become very popular and almost has become a trend, to be honest. And a lot of it focuses on really plain colors or wood materials and wood colors, and there's a lot to it, and I am very aware and familiar with it actually, because I did major in child development. However, this is not me trying to do anything in particular to match Montessori style, though I love a lot of her points and a lot of her ideas, and I agree with a lot of it. I don't follow any theorist in particular. I just pretty much use my common sense and kind of do what I think might work best for my kids. For example, I know that Sophia and Lucas love to play with their kitchen. They love to pretend to cook because they see mom and dad cook. And while they're doing that, they're really expanding their vocabulary. They're really helping their self-confidence, and they really feel like they're doing something that they see adults do. So therefore I have a kitchen for them. The color or the fact that it's wood, it just goes best with the aesthetic of my home. It is not because I'm particularly trying to follow the Montessori theory or anything like that. As far as all of the other wooden toys, is just I do feel that it's best to buy wooden toys versus plastic toys. Of course, my kids have a lot of plastic toys and they require batteries, but most of those have been gifts from other people. But toys that I personally purchase with my money for my children, they are usually wood. And the reason for that is, again, because they don't require batteries. They are better for their little hands. They're safer, and there's a whole list of things that I can go on and on. Another thing that I do that might seem, or that is Montessori inspired, is that I do rotate the toys for the kiddos. What I'm trying to do is just create a space that is going to allow my children to be creative. And so by rotating the toys and switching out the toys weekly, it really allows them to use all of their toys, and also just learn something new every time. So I do rotate. They have another shelf just like this one, or I think it's a shelf in the bedroom and in Lucas's bedroom. So I switch out a lot of the toys from that bedroom, bring them out, and put these toys back in there. It also allows it for it not to be crowded. This toy area is very crowded, and I do realize that, but these are all toys that the kids are going to actively play every day with. Another thing is I like to keep toys in baskets, and you'll see that throughout. You'll see me sorting out the toys. And the reason why I do that is because, again, when the kids wake up in the morning, they will come out and grab one specific basket if they want to play. Say, for example, if they want to put together, they want to play with wood blocks, they will bring out that basket and just play with that. And then I ask them to put everything back before they bring out another toy. My son is 3, my daughter is 2. Will they listen? Likely not. So it's really hard, but I ask them to help me pick up, and then they're likely to do it. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say about that. And I think that rotating toys really, really does help children in many ways. Like I said, I do agree with a lot of the Montessori theory. And so I do follow some of it, but by no means am I a Montessori mom, Montessori household, none of that. Like I said, I think it's very popular, and a lot of people do it for the aesthetic of it, and because it's just really a trend right now. But it does have a lot of really good benefits, and in education is also highly regarded. Now that I've swept, I'm moving on to just sanitizing the floor. I use the same exact mixture that I use to sanitize the surfaces, or like the tabletop. That's exactly what I spray on the floor and sanitize the floor in that way. Now I'm moving on to working on the kids' bookshelf that I keep on the floor. And that is also another thing that I rotate weekly, the books in there, because we do have a pretty large book collection, and all of it is mainly kept in Lucas's room, but we like to bring out a few books every week. And so this week in particular, you'll see a lot of Frida books, and we have about 4 of those. And this week we are reading about Frida, and that is why I pulled out all of the Frida books. The kids can recognize her from a mile away, even just her eyebrows. They love her, they love her story, and they're, of course, they're kids, they're just learning, but I think she is Mexican and she is part of my culture, so I like to teach them about that as well. The following week we will be particularly studying about the solar system, so I will pull out any books I can find relating to the solar system. Another thing we keep here all the time is Lucas's tracing books, letters, and numbers. That is something he does use or practice almost daily. And any number and ABC book that is relatively easy, I also like to keep on hand, because we are starting to really go hard on practicing the ABCs and the numbers and colors, English and Spanish, for Sophia. Lastly, here you see me filling up a bag with toys that are no longer age appropriate for my kiddos. My husband's brother has a 6-month-old baby, and these toys are going to be much more appropriate for her age, so we are gifting her those. And here is the final shot of what their toy area looks like now that it's been organized. I really hope that you guys enjoyed today's video and found some of the information, at least that I gave you on here, helpful. If you guys have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comment section down below. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you if you watch all the way to the end. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. It really helps my channel and YouTube know that you guys are enjoying this content. Thank you so much for watching, and see you on the next one.